Hey everyone, hope they're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. And if you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. That's where I dive deeper into all these topic subjects, looking for investment opportunities and sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community. Special is a coupon code if you'd like to join, and it works on both the monthly and yearly memberships. All right, let's dive in, take a look, see what's going on today. Starting with the dollar, and dollar was up a little bit today. Difficult part here is on the longer term here, this pattern here, that pattern right through there, is a bullish formation to go higher. In the very short term, though, with that news and data that was released on Friday, is this a reverse candlestick? Question mark. Or is the longer term, bigger picture view of this falling wedge still intact to go higher? That I do not know, and that's what we are observing here. That's the big deal. Are we going to see a slowdown? Is unemployment going up? Are they going to lower interest rates, et cetera, et cetera? That's what's in the back of all of our minds. So right now, the longer term is up, shorter term is down. So that's what we've got going on with conflicting kind of deals going on here. Rates, same thing. This is what caused the dollar to move. That right there. Now this here in the short term could go lower. The setup of this entire thing was a setup to break higher. So longer term, I would say this setup here is a setup to break higher, but the news on the jobs and how that impacted everything, the market was like, whoa, 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 that's way worse than what we were pricing in. So at this exact moment, I like to add all this stuff up. It's a difficult call to know where this is going to go in the very short term. If we're going lower, we're going to see this blow to the downside here. We've got the big reversal candlestick there, and then we've got an inverted bloody nose is what that would be. We have to see if there's follow through. If there's no follow through and this kind of just melts back up and breaks with the bigger pattern, then that's what we get. I don't know which one it is at this exact moment. Short term, downside pressure. Longer term, like this whole setup, that wants to break higher. So was the news being released Friday a way to keep this down? I don't know. That's where the big question mark comes in play. The 10-year yield also experienced some good selling pressure, but we are still sitting on top of patterns at this exact moment. We need to see follow through for us to really break through things. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to see and watch for follow through if we get any. The 30 years in the same thing. We're pulling back. We have to see if there's follow through here, but we're sitting on top of patterns. This is a structure that we've broken to the upside. We've done a retest, and it's kind of like good to go. So did this release of information, was that information on unemployment big enough to disrupt the uptrends that are established in the 10-year, the 30-year, and potentially the 2-year that was about to go here too? TLT bond prices up a little bit today. And obviously people have gone into and purchased bonds off of that information that was released Friday and maybe even today. The 2 and the 10, now this is something that we could also look for. We have a falling wedge. That's the structure here. We've broken that to the upside here, where that arrow is. Now we've got could this be a retest back to support where we start to gain more momentum to the upside again? That's what we're looking for. We need to see if this is follow through to the downside where we get a recession slowdown, or is this going to bounce and come back up, which was the prior momentum before? So did those numbers on Friday break the uptrend or not? That's really the question that we're trying to answer here. because in my opinion, the move was going to go higher. And then you can see the counter move with people absorbing that information and the market absorbing that information and the reversal move that we got on Friday. TYX TNX ratio is up a little bit today. That's going to help gold and silver go up. So gold and silver's up. Gold's up $30 an ounce. Now, another thing, are we going to get a breakout here? Or are we going to still chop sideways like we've been doing? And gold can go up too, even with the dollar going up. We can see that too. But this looks good, and it's up against resistance. We'll see if we can break through it. Silver's up 1.32%. We had some selling pressure the past week or two. We'll see if this can keep moving up, gain some momentum. Platinum's up 2%. Is this a reversal move, or is this going to be like a flag pattern where we do something like this with an ABC correction? Very well could be the case. And that's what we're just going to watch. Now, I'm not doing anything here. I'm not trading the short term. My purchases were all down here. And I'm going to let this thing go. Let it rip. Palladium down a teeny bit. We're right at support. Trying to get support. This still looks good, though. This is a longer-term double bottom. Looks like it's trying to move up. We're at some resistance right now. Resistance support area. XAU to gold ratio, big move for gold and silver mining companies today. Big outperformance of gold. A lot of money coming in here, moving it up. Now, we're coming from ridiculously low areas. If you are a longer-term investor, you should already be positioned in this. We're in some companies on the website. Some of them are up over 300% now. There's a good handful, not just one or two. It's a good handful that are like that. If you've been with me since 2022, 2023, this is where we were accumulating some of these on the bottom here. Now they're going to start to gain some momentum. The mining companies are not at their absolute bottoms. The ratio chart is not going to get you at the bottom. It's just telling you relative movements against gold and silver mining companies and gold. Gold's been moving up. Now, gold doesn't have to move up for the miners to continue to move up. It can chop sideways, and then the miners will continue to move up because their free cash flows will continue to get better and better as they sell more gold at higher prices. So GDX is up 4.73%. That's flying, looking really good. Coming out of this pattern here to the downside, moving up. That looks good. Looks like we're breaking out. Looks very strong. GDXJ also up 4%. This is going to catch up to GDX. And then SILJ's lagged behind all of them. SILJ is going to explode, in my opinion. So we're in this basing pattern, and we're going to break out and move. I think this is going to be a launch. It's going to be a very fun ride for those in the silver junior mining companies, which we have exposure to, which is good. Crude oil's down 1.8% today. Getting a little bit of selling pressure here. Not a huge, sell-off, not big move. It's still moving, like chopping sideways here in this corner between trend line and support. Again, we'll see what happens here. Watch yields. If yields drop, like the 2-year drops, then we want to see how this reacts. TTF gas up a little bit. This has been chopping sideways. I know we're getting some selling pressure in nat gas. This kind of looks like a double bottom, though. To me, looks like we could put in a double bottom here with some time. Natural gas in America, we were down 4.5%. So I had that pattern here, downward. It's an upward facing pattern, which is a down move, down move. Now I don't think we've bottomed. We could be bottoming, but I would be looking for potential bottom somewhere here this fall. Our boy XOP, yeah, you know me, it was up 0.37%, but we've got a little bit of momentum heading lower in the short term. And we'll have to see what oil prices do here. We also have OIH. It's up today, kind of some support through there, but again, we had some momentum come back down here past few trading days. So today, sideways. We'll see if it holds. Newcastle coal futures are flat today. I still think we're going higher though. I think the overall trend, um, probably after the fall here, it's going to be higher because we need a lot more electricity, LNG demand. A lot of this deals with natural gas. So if natural gas prices go higher, I think Newcastle coal futures will go higher. Sprott Uranium Trust up 1.8% today. That looks good. I don't know if we have the new data here. I don't see it because they were closed. That's right, they were closed today. Canadian Stock Exchange. Uranium chopping sideways, looking good, looking like it's trying to turn. We've got URA. This is the positioning in the equities, up 3.32, looking better. Coming off a little bit of support through here. We've got Uranium up 3.73. That looks good. Coming off support here too. We've broken the downtrend here, guys. This is your downtrend line. So this is good to go higher. It's good to go up, and URNJ is up 5.7%. I like it. I like it a lot. There's your support resistance zone. Kind of came into support, and now we're bouncing higher again. So hopefully we can get some momentum generated. I think we could see a big move in uranium. Very big move. I use URA because we've got the data here. I think this is going to go. I really do. And I think oil is going to go with it. I think coal is going to go with it. I think copper is going to move up with it. I think this is like the beginning of the beginning. Well, I would say this is the beginning of the beginning down here or here, but we're kind of at the beginnings of what I think is a big move. And it's going to be very big, very long. It's going to take time, guys. This is going to be quick. It's going to be a big move over some years, and it'll be the big move. Nickel trying to break out here, up a little bit today. We did a breakout retest. So we broke out, we're doing a retest, and there's the little candlestick. You can barely see it. I think we're going higher. It looks good. Probably a big double bottom there. So that looks good. Copper's up 0.5%. Now, with this, I don't know what to consider with that, but I think we're going to go up. And this muckies the waters with this tariff stuff in here. COPX continues higher, up 1.87. So the way that this is positioned, very similar to uranium. Double bottom, breakout, retest. There's your retest. Breakout here. There's your retest. And then another breakout here. So I think that we are establishing a big uptrend here. And we're at the beginning of a stage 2 move, which could last for probably some years. Lithium's up 1.8%. We're putting in a double bottom here. So it's a breakout retest of this big base. And I think we're starting a big move for lithium. Rare earths are also participating in this move. It's up 3.18. What we did is we did a breakout retest. This is a good buying point for a retest. And then we're going to head on up. It's going to be a big move, hopefully. And this is your big bottom here. The whole thing's a big bottom. Iron ore up 0.9%. This is about to get jiggy with it. It's about to get jiggy with it. I'm glad I have exposure to it. Here we are moving higher. Do you guys see that? See this move, the big up move and the stair step pattern that we're getting? Yeah, that's the beginning here. So here we go. We're breaking through resistance. We squeezed into this corner like that, and this is going to have a big break. We're in the move right now. We are in the move. Aluminum still at 2650 or below. We still need to break out. We'll get there. Just give it time. Give it time. We're trying. Baltic Dry Index up 0.75%. I expect this to move higher. If iron ore moves higher and coal moves higher, I think Baltic's going to go with it. We have a great setup here. Nice little falling wedge. Another one, and then boom. It's going. We're in the move for Baltic Dry Index too. Emerging markets up 1%. I think this will go higher. I think we're going to get maybe a weaker dollar out of this if they lower rates, but yeah, that looks good to go higher. Moves up 1.15, breakout retest. This is going to move on up. We've got KRE up 1.4%, right at support. We can extend this guy outward, right at support. XHB is up 1.78. Are we going to get lower interest rates? People are positioning for it. It seems like this could be A big move in home builders. I know people are so bearish on home builders, they cannot believe what I'm saying here. They cannot believe it. What do you mean, Andy? I'm just reading the charts, guys. We could get a monster move out of this. This is a Livermore accumulation cylinder. Yeah, there we go. There's the big arrow. We could see a big move. Russell 2000's up 2% today. Looks like they've got the plunge protection team in here buying it up, looking good. So that's up 2%. SPX up 1.47. So we had this downward pressure here, and now we need to see what kind of follow through we get. Nasdaq, ugly looking charts. These 2 days here, but we were up 1.95. But again, we're still underneath resistance from this guy here. So we need to break through this resistance up here at 21,500, or even a little bit higher than that. Dow Jones Transportation Index, that's support. It's getting a little bit of support. Momentum's to the downside. XLI up 0.92, and that's way up there. We've broken through a lot of resistance, though. I mean, this is resistance here. Getting through that, I mean, we could still run higher. So, but we had some selling pressure there in the short term. SMCI is up 2.8. That's coming off a double bottom. It does look like the longer term we're going this way. Shorter term, we had some downside pressure. And that downside pressure is still there. We have to see what happens. NVIDIA up 3.62%. We broke through this whole resistance chunk. So, I mean, when you break out of these things, they generally run. So it's running at the moment. Bitcoin's up a little bit. That looks kind of ugly. We're underneath resistance there. We had to punch back through that at 116,000-ish dollars. Ethereum's up 5.2. That came back within the pattern. Nice little move there. We can, I put this here. I wouldn't, you can also do stuff like this where, it's more of a pattern similar to that, somewhere in there. MicroStrategy's up 6%. Didn't like that big down day Friday. So it's bouncing back there. The VIX is down 14%. We've got Jay Pow and Besant working together, getting this under control with that news that was released Friday. But that's what I've got for today, guys. We'll end it there. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Specials at coupon code. And that's all I've got for today. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.